He's fine doing it. Why would I not do it in return? Okay.
What is he talking about? Dude, it's getting completely unhinged and completely out of control. He's literally openly saying, I'm gonna like actively pursue my defamation campaign. That's crazy. Dude, this was so funny. Lud made a Mogul Mail, edited a part out, and people thought you messaged him to do it. Lud said it was Miz.
I personally just wish politics were permanently banned off Twitch. I really do. I think a lot of stress and a lot of problems would be gone if they're just like, hey, you want to be political? Get off the website. You want to be a political boy? Go to Twitter. Don't do it here anymore. I swear. I think all political streamers should be banned. If you're really political, then get off. It is so easy to farm. My God.
Yeah, that's it. All you need to do is say Hasan bad, and you will get to the top of the LSF leaderboard every single time.
It's so easy. I said one thing. What are they saying?
58 minutes, 700 upvotes, 180
so
comments.
Easy, boys. Miss all the opportunity to chime in and farm easy front free.
They have noticed that I have removed a section of it. And the interpretation for why I removed it is because it was a critique of Hasan. It was not Hasan who reached out, all right? Hasan did not reach out. Miz reached out and said what I said was false about him, so I removed it. It was pretty much that simple.
Yeah, I woke up to this clip, not available, by the way, chatters. I woke up to like LSF, insane LSF once again, and it's so funny because like I think I was literally sleeping while all of this was happening to begin with. Like I was like I did not know that I had no idea that Ludwig did a Mogul Mail. I did not know that I was mentioned in the Mogul Mail. None of that. But that has not stopped people from fantasizing, it seems, all over LSF about how I actually am manipulating Ludwig into like deleting stuff. That's cool. Ludwig live edits. Look at this. 4,000 upvotes. Ludwig live edits his YouTube video about the Twitch adpocalypse to remove misgive blaming Hasan. The literal tamest criticism. He's not even the one criticizing. Sounds like misgive may have gotten a call from Hasan. It wasn't Miz. Miz talked to him and he decided on his own. Ludwig misspoke on things Miz didn't say and wanted to correct it. He said on stream yesterday. Yeah, I don't know about any of this. I was too busy eating meats. I don't know exactly what time all of this stuff happened. It was either, I assume it was like, you know, either when I was sleeping or when I was eating KBBQ, probably when I was sleeping. I don't know. He was comparing Ludwig's coverage of the adpocalypse to French collaborators in World War II. Very serious about it, I'm sure. Yeah, these people are hilarious. They claim you have blackmail on all of them. I saw one comment. So they're saying you called Miz to call Lud. You are both the worst person and also one who's in charge of everything and everyone. These people have one speed. Yeah, I don't know how. Look, guys, this is just how conspiracy theories work. And it's weird that a lot of people have basically created conspiracy theories by doing too much Reddit. And these are probably like normal people otherwise. And by that, I mean, like, they're probably like Democratic Party voters and they are, they make fun of people who are thoughtless about vaccines and stuff like that. And then they basically operate in the same capacity. Like they do QAnon memes, but for one guy only. And that guy happens to be me. Like, do you think that I was like, aware of all the stuff that was happening? And I was like, Ludwig, you better not post me in there. Oh, I'm so mad. And then like I texted him and then Ludwig was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so afraid of you, Hasan. Or do you think that maybe what he said, just like this happened last time, what he said is the truth? Isn't this also yet another contradiction? They always say you're the dumbest person alive, but you're also playing such 5D chess to pull all these strings. They call you an idiot all the time, but you're somehow the smartest, most manipulative person to be able to control other big content creators. Sounds like neo-Nazi making conspiracies. Yeah. If you did have this control, why would Lud not just send you it for editorial notes? Yeah, I don't know. It is funny because like the problem here is that these guys, like, they don't understand how unhinged they are. I mean, I saw the Miz clip and this is exactly what he said. And then someone said ban Hasan or even Hasan and something. Miz was like, yeah. And then he said how easy it was to farm LSF. It's amazing that Miz says ban Hasan and this somehow This sub somehow spins it as Miz is a Hasan puppet. The brigading in this sub is getting unbearable. We got to be honest. No one actually cares about or believes what is being called out at any level of this. It's entirely bad faith. 100%. That is what this sub has become. And he's right. It's so easy to farm these bad faith posts. There was a really good one. There was a really good insane one. You know what I mean? Considering Twitch has refused to dish out any punishment to Hasan, he was just a 24-hour, 3-day ban to save face and explain to Hasan it's an appeal to advertisers or something. I'm sure a lot of streamers are understanding Hasan has a huge amount of pull within the company, so it's probably not good business practice to go against him. I don't know why Hasan can't accept any form of criticism. If anyone's critical of anything he says or he does, some kind of meltdown and gaslights the person saying, I thought we were friends. This is shitty to do to a friend just saying. Like, what is Hasananon? Yeah. These guys are, this is Hasananon. Hasan has to have compromat on them, right? Flight logs to Epstein Island, videos from P. Diddy's dungeon. I'm not kidding. Legit question, don't you fear for your life? These people are insane. No, because I exist in the real world. And the beauty of it is that like most normal people are awesome and fun and cool. And like Texas is no different. What's really dope about it is like, I go outside. These people don't go outside. You know what I mean? I go outside and meet people all the time. Like random Texas gas station. I'm walking out. This dude, he looked real Texan, if you know what I mean. He had a cross and everything, you know? And he's walking out and he's just real shocked to see me. Okay, right in front of him. Walking outside of a Heb. And he was like, has anyone ever told you look like Hasan Piker? And I was like, I am him. And he was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, he's like, I gotta take a photo. Like, my friend's not going to believe this. You just made my day. He was stoked. This same with when we went to Jew Boy Burgers. Like Nick was shocked. He was like legitimately shocked at how many people were so stoked. Like, and I think it's more so because like he's like, you know, he probably frequents these places and he doesn't get that kind of response. But like, yeah, the place we went to is called Jew Boy Burgers. It's excellent. It's just, I don't know. It's like normal human beings that don't spend all of their time like fantasizing about like these psychotic conspiracy theories are, you know, they're not roaming the real world, which is why I'm like not necessarily worried about all that stuff. The mental illness has gone insane. It's such a normal human interaction. The freaks are out in full force. It was clickbait misinformation on Miz was talking about. Miz was making a joke on Hasan. Miz was talking for like 10 minutes before the possible scenarios. Destiny viewers are absolutely insane. People are making it seem like adpocalypse on Twitch is this multifaceted issue instead of the fact that their community has been mass emailing advertisers to pull out of Twitch because of their weird obsession with Hasan. Interesting to see how he spins this one. Is he going with the classic video was underperforming excuse? Like rabid, dude. Rabid. Going from one single mention of Hasan in the video to zero. Insane. And the fact that normal people like you is what makes these people go so hard to take out your good name. They're so sad. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this works for like some people. My point is, I'm sure this works for some people. And they probably look at this and go, damn, this guy must be like the absolute worst person on the planet. This is hilarious. We need a pride flag for unemployed people. A lot of people I suspect that are, you know, entirely too busy to give a shit about any of this stuff will probably look at this and go, yeah, I guess this guy's a real villain, and then not really think about it. But overall, I think if people were to focus on it on their own, if people were to like, if people were to go in to the situation and make up their own minds, they will realize that this is ridiculous. That's it. There is 0% chance that if you were primed into hating me because you saw a bunch of clips out of context and you came in here and you sat your ass down and you watched me for like 5 minutes to 10 minutes interacting with other people, talking about whatever political issue you thought I had the exact opposite opinion on, you would be like, okay, never mind. I was misguided. That's it. There's not really much I could do about other people's mental illness. You know what I mean? And there are people like that in here. There are literally people like that in here right now. There are people like that who came in here who probably were like, Hasan, I heard a lot about how you're like pro-Russia. And then they start hearing me talk about Russia. And they're like, okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he's not pro-Russia. I don't know why the people were saying that. Anyway, today we're going to talk briefly about the adpocalypse shit. And the Ludwig video is on the playlist. So we'll get started on this. But apparently people in my Discord, I asked this morning about what the drama was. And they were saying that his like his coverage on this was awful. The thing that annoyed DGG Reddit and all is the fact that Elwig said that the adpocalypse would only last a month because of how important Christmas is to advertisers. Elwig is correct. Also, it doesn't even seem like there is like a full-blown adpocalypse happening, because there are some people who have been hit like Kason, but it seems like Lacy and Ronaldo and others that were also claiming that their ad revenues were getting targeted were actually just memeing. They were meta chasing. They were just trying to clip farm. And like Kason's ad revenue was cooked. They took it out. And I think the reason why his ad revenue was taken away is because of the Iran tag, right? And there are plenty of other content creators who are saying that like their ad revenue has not even remotely gone down. So yeah, like Nick is fine, it seems. Kai is getting ads, it seems. And for me, since you don't play ads anymore, they clip it like this. Open a different stream where an ad is playing. Switch to a clip of you to make it look like the ad was playing on your stream. So dishonest. Can you please show me that? That's amazing. Yeah, XQC said he was fine. Like, I think a lot of people are just fine. Dan Saltman shows how he implies ads are playing on Hasan's content.
What was happening here? That we got an ad. That's weird. How did we get an ad on Hasan's page? Oh, it's because Hasan was hosting someone, but I was still on this page, and the ad plays right here. Okay? This is a legitimate thing that happened. Okay?
What?
They were Hasan was hosting someone. Thank you for hosting someone, Hasan. We were actually on this URL right here.
J Balvin, we're so proud of your sponsorship
This
with
is a great
Cheetos.
site.
Let's get you on our wall of
We're
fame.
not associated.
Yo, that's hilarious, dude. What the? Yo, he's so mentally ill. I was looking into it, and it looks like ads on the Politics CCL are opt-in, so an ad buyer has to know about it and opt in for their ads. Bro, DGGers are smugly watching streamers freak out about losing like 80 to 90% of their ad income. It has been gross. Yeah, but it hasn't even really been happening. Like, that's the other thing. It doesn't seem like it's happening. I mean, you can literally see an ad on Laura Lux's stream while this is occurring. You know what I mean?
With the brand below.
My mom gonna be so proud.
Cheetos, official sponsor of J Balvin's Fingertips.
Like, do you see what I mean? Looks like Apple is coming back to do some advertising on Twitch. Interesting choice. What is this?
City awards scholarships to 98% of incoming freshmen, totaling over $57 million every year. Apply to DePaul University.
They bought an ad called advertiseontwitch.com. Site that lets you understand how your ads might appear on Twitch. Dude, this is so mentally ill. This is so mentally ill. I don't think these guys understand that, like, the more they do this, the more advertisers can be like, you guys are freaks. Like, this will never go on LSF, just so you guys understand. Like, nothing that actually is correcting the record will ever go on any of these, like, aggregator subreddits, because it goes against the overarching narrative that they're trying to build. So the only thing I can do is basically just show you the truth on this front, on this aspect, like, and basically show you how unhinged they are. And it's hilarious because, like, I'm not running any ads anyway. So, like, I don't like running ads. I never liked running ads. When I got my contract, I specifically negotiated to ensure that I had the minimum amount of ads that I could run. And I don't give a about the revenue. You know what I mean? I don't. And this doesn't impact me, which is precisely the reason why they wanted to, like, because I don't have my own personal sponsorships either. Normally they would go after, you know, whoever is sponsoring me directly. But because I don't have that, they can't do that. So all they can do is just, like, yell at journalists that write articles about me and, like, harass them, or, you know, go to the platform itself and be like, this guy's an anti-Semite. We got one crazy enough congressperson to say he's an anti-Semite. Now you also should believe he's an anti-Semite. I'm not, right? But no advertiser is going to be like, I know who this guy is. I know he's not an anti-Semitic person. They're just going to be like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And it's so crazy that this is ongoing for months and months at this point. Hasan is covering this on stream. This is just some of what Destiny's Discord is up to. What is this? If you're interested in sending emails to the Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs, here's some contacts. Ran Natanzan, head of innovation and country branding. Public Diplomacy Division, Aviv Ezra, Chief of Staff, Consular Washington MFA, subject, anti-Semitism at Amazon-owned company in the news. Like this level of dedication is not normal. This level of dedication and not even still not even being able to achieve the results that you want to achieve is crazy. And I think part of the reason why it's not working, regardless of how nutty this shit is because it's not true. It's just simply not true. You can try to manipulate clips as hard as you want to, and including but not limited to like playing Nazi music over another stream, right? Like these guys are so invested and so worried about anti-Semitism, supposedly, that they're going after someone who's not anti-Semitic. And not only are they going after someone who's not anti-Semitic, who's combated anti-Semitism regularly, but also on top of that, they're literally playing Nazi music over a stream that I did with Nick Pollum, and then saying like it would even be better if he played Nazi music instead of the DPRK song that he played, the Cholima on the Wing. It's like they're doctoring shit, they're clipping everything out of context. Like it's just, there is no end to this depravity in an effort to get their desires across. And you know, that's it. Like look, Apple ads. Looks like Apple's coming back to do some advertising on Twitch. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
Okay, should I play it?
Yeah.
I'm ready to hear it.
Like what would be an issue with this? Like you have to be the most mentally ill person on the planet to look at this and be like, wow, I can't believe this. I can't believe that. The ad was playing on twitch.mira. The Apple ad was playing on Mira's channel, by the way. Saying it's not true is great, but you actually have to push back. There needs to be a coordinated effort to show their lunacy. Why aren't you pushing for Dan to be banned for targeted harassment? Because Dan getting banned off of Twitch is not going to change anything. He flipped it over to your clip. The ad wasn't playing on your clip. The ad was playing on twitch.tv/Mira. Oh, there it is. There's the ad. Then we navigated to a different clip. This is just a specific clip in an effort to make it seem like it's playing over this. But it's hilarious because even if it was playing over this, there's not a issue. They say they got you now? What do you mean? Oh no. Anyway, they're snitching to a whole ass government. The bottom text has a disclaimer for protection. Yeah.
It's such a Hasan pick.
Dude, at what point does this count as malice and defamation? I mean, I think it's pretty malicious. It's pretty obvious that there's an intent to defame, especially because like they're pretty open about their way of doing this. Like they're really, really open about it. I think because there's not really any sort of legal recourse in this situation, this kind of targeted harassment campaigns just kind of go on for a while until it fizzles out, until they get bored when they don't get any when they don't get the actual goals that they wanted out of it. But once again, it really doesn't matter until there is like a legitimate institution that actually gives these guys the credibility. They have no motion. Here's how this bad faith criticism of your content comes off to Normie. She doesn't want you obsessively, but finds you hot and usually correct. Yeah, I saw this already. Yeah. It's insane. And it's also like really crazy because they also started this process by just basically, they started this process by like photoshopping me as like a Hamas militant. So it's also a healthy dose of Islamophobia in the process too. Yeah. Do not stop pushing on Twitch. Their advertisers are dropping like flies. Go send a few emails this morning. CC's in the media as well. Send emails. Advertise on twitch.com. This is their Discord that they're using, the brigade. This is their Discord that they've been using actively to like send every advertiser on Twitch emails, like mass email campaigns being like, these guys are anti-Semitic. Like this Hasan guy, he's anti-Semitic. And all this shit. That's how you protest something, Lamau? Crazy, a political community doesn't understand that? That's how you protest something? What do you mean? By just lying? What do you... First of all, you have to understand, there is a valid protest, okay? And then there's like idiotic shit. You can't just like make stuff up about a person and then be like, I'm just protesting. No, you're quite literally, you're protesting reality at that point, okay? What do you mean? That's how you protest, Lamau? They admit that they're lying, you idiot? Like all the time. There's a difference between a serial defamation operation, okay, that is cynically launched to unban their favorite content creator who got banned for violating terms of service so ridiculously, right? Versus like protesting someone, like people launching protest campaigns to this degree over Asmongold, with like a shit ton of videos that he has where you can just like clip stuff where he's talking about like, I don't know, immigrants or whatever, or watching like these right-wing content creators or whatever. Like that's one thing, right? And even then, I would not be an advocate to like take away all of the advertisers from the platform. I think that's insane because I'm not a psychopath. Because regardless of the fact that I don't use advertisers, regardless of the fact that I don't give a shit about advertisement in general, I understand that other people do. There's small content creators on this platform that are having their revenues ripped for this like insane propaganda, insane defamation operation that these guys have launched. And most people don't understand it because most people don't pay attention to what the f is going on. They just simply see LSF posts or like people that aggregate content off of LSF and just go along with it. Harassment campaign against Twitch using fake screenshots of anti-Semitism on the platform. Oh, nice. The change went live. If this case isn't clear, any advertiser that supports Twitch in any way will be held accountable for supporting their behavior. Full-on anti-Semitism in its own category and tier will not save ad revenue. Dude, what the f? This is insane, dude. These screenshots are definitely fake. Sensitive social issues is presented as a stream category, but non-gaming categories must be first approved through Twitch's user voice forum. Also, the change that Twitch made to address anti-Semitism issues on the platform was to create political and sensitive social issues. Like, what is happening? These guys are kick streamers, by the way, which makes it even funnier because they all stream on Kick, and that is literally an emote on Kick. Like anyone that posts this as a meme is anti-Semitic. Okay, anyone that posts this as a meme is obviously not. At the very least, they don't care about anti-Semitism. Okay, this is literally open, out and about Nazi-style coordinated smear campaigns where they're trying to just be like, "Oh man, I can't believe it, Hasan, it's fake." No, I know it's fake. That's what I'm saying. Of course, it's fake. You're kind of getting lost in the sauce, dude. Kick doesn't even have ads. That doesn't make much sense. Yeah, the reason why they don't have ads is because they have insane content. They have extreme content. They don't have a terms of service. Twitch does. That's not what happens when platforms show extreme content. No offense, but you talk about etc. It's kind of inevitable. Dude, you're an idiot. I am a news broadcaster. Like, so is CNN. CNN talks about this shit too. They have a ton more ads than I do. I don't even have ads. They're not going after my ads. They can't go after my ads. I don't even run ads now that my contract is up, dumbass. That's why they're trying to go after the entire platform for even hosting me. And it's not even working. So that's the other part of the story that we haven't even gotten to. Okay? The part of the story that we never even got to is that not only are these guys like cynically doing this, and not only are they so omega unhinged, right? Here, there's more. Send emails, DM me or Dan if you get a response. Do not stop pushing on Twitch. Advertisers are dropping like flies. And then they got Richard Lewis to like write an article apparently. But it turns out it's not even happening. If there's anything you feel missing from this site, let me know. Latest and greatest stuff, ideally. This website basically streamlines that entire advertising email to call to action Dan did earlier. Go nuts. Same deal as before. Send me a message here or in DMs if you get a response. New York Post, Richie Torres' article on the New York Post. Twitch has become a hotbed of extremism and hateful rhetoric against the West and Jewish people. Dan Clancy is allowing streamers such as Hasan to openly promote hate and terrorism. This needs to be stopped. Sign this petition and demand action. I'm just letting folks know I contacted my House representative on Monday when Dan made the call to action and got through to her directly. She was very interested in hearing what happened and was going to look into it. I contacted her again yesterday for updates and she spoke to her staff. She had gotten 5 to 6 calls from folks during the week, all talking about the Twitch ban on Israel and was planning on doing congressional committee with other interested congressional folks. I let Dan know this and he suggested I join the Discord to post the information here. It has having an effect. Media buyer here. Multiple brands are looking into buying Twitch ads right now. Lots of big brands don't see all this yet. No, because they don't give a fuck. It's Christmas time. Are you kidding me? Holiday season is when they have like the most advertising on the platform. The following list is a senior staff with the House of Representatives, an email template for contacting said representatives. Some individuals may have been removed, kicked out of their position. Ensure the individuals you send an email to, in fact, hold the position and listed before you send an email. The thing is, if I was legitimately this massive anti-Semitic, like Nazi terror lover that they try to present me as, this would be valid to do. Okay? Straight up. The problem is a person like that would not be allowed on Twitch. They would have been banned a million years ago. As a matter of fact, this community, Destiny's community, was banned for doing shit like that already. That's the reason why they're doing this campaign. And it's so funny that, like, the reason why they're doing this mass harassment campaign, this mass coordinated campaign, is straight up because they're on Kick and they can't come back on Twitch. So they're just mad. They're bitter. And it's wild. It's one, not necessarily working all that well, with the exception of like the new content classification labels and a bunch of people that have caught strays in the process. Because obviously, whenever you capitulate to these weirdos, these psychos, it ultimately doesn't, it doesn't do anything. They don't feel satiated. As a matter of fact, they, become even more rabid because now they feel like they got a taste of action. They got a taste of motion. They won't stop till he's back on Twitch or you lose your mind. Nothing will stop unless you sue them, to be honest. Yeah, it's just not gonna work to make me lose my mind. It doesn't. I look at this as like the saddest thing people can do. I'm Jewish and I don't even remotely buy that they're doing this out of a genuine conservative Jewish people. Yeah, it was some of the Jewish content creators on this platform like Nandre and Ham and Cheddar that were genuinely frustrated about the Zionism designation that came as a consequence of Dan Saltman and Destiny going to the ADL and his community that, by the way, also calls their operations the Daliban, which is another hilarious thing. You should just say you're reviewing your legal options. Easy peasy. Okay, guys, Wikipedia sent to a sitting member of Congress and everything Dan is linking. Twitch is pausing of account creations in Israel. Twitcherterrorist.com. This wiki page provides a list of every link we have for the article. Please avoid linking anything we already have on this page. What we need: every instance of someone who contacted Twitch about why they couldn't get an account. Every instance of someone who emailed. Oh yeah, they also... This is the other. They call themselves the Hezbollah Brigades as well. Community dedicated to documenting the anti-Semitism of Turkish colonizer Hasan Piker and the Sultan of the Twitch Empire, Dan Clancy, as well as other streamers. I recommended you to my normie older bro for your election coverage. He really enjoyed it. Now he texts me that he doesn't know what the f you're talking about. No, I absolutely think these orbiters calling Congress people is dangerous and can stack with ADL, APAC, pressure, etc. Unfortunately, it is their job. No, they're doing this free, and they're doing this because they are permanently jobless. Like I was saying, so we have the stock guy who was complaining about like advertising revenues going down for him, but he does talk about like news and information, so he might have been like classified with the new political designation as a consequence of doing news coverage no matter what. And he did an election stream. Yeah, they're probably that could be part of the reason why he was like slapped with the news and politics designation. So that might have led to a revenue loss for him, which is, again, unfortunate. But it seems like a lot of the content creators on this platform that aren't doing any sort of political coverage whatsoever have not experienced revenue loss from advertising at all.
Thoughts on the adpocalypse? There's no adpocalypse going on. Yeah, there's no adpocalypse happening. None of our ad revenue has changed. None of the ad revenue of any streamer that I know has been changed. I know that there was some problems with specifically certain tags that were on Twitch that people were talking about, but none of our shit has had problems. Yeah. None of it. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. You know what an adpocalypse means? Adpocalypse means the entire platform is getting shit on. Our Ferret Rescue runs off of ad revenue. Hasn't changed a dime.
Yeah. Misgive, I'm surprised to see you not banned for spreading DPRK terrorist propaganda. Yeah, you need to keep being surprised if you think that that is like something that tracks with most normal people. By the way, that Lacy clip people are sharing about his ad rev, people don't see what he said afterwards. It was bait.
I will not be streaming anymore. Revenue does not go back up to what it needs to be. I will not be streaming anymore. Simple as that. $10 out of 10 bait that's gonna hit on Twitter. Chat, how many hate comments is that gonna get on a Scuba Ryan Twitter reply? How many hate replies is that one gonna get? How many, chat? Yoxic hate thread incoming? So many.
Yeah. By the way, that Dan guy saw this pirate software clip and immediately started calling him anti-Semitic and a Jew hater because he didn't use his talking websites for proof. Wait, shut up. Hilarious that these people think that there is absolutely no First Amendment right to say things. They want more censorship than Nazi Germany, Lamau. This is Dan literally making threats about going after you in this community.
You know what's so fucked up is this little weasel rat. I mean, it's okay because I'm doing the same thing. See, this is what you guys don't get. This is what you don't get. You don't play the game. You don't play it strong enough. You're over here like, Dan, do not bring up that he went to a brothel. Yes, it was raided, but in the end, they didn't find enough crimes to shut them down. He has no issues clip chipping me. Okay? He's fine doing it. Why the would I not do it in return? Okay?
What is he talking about? Dude, it's getting completely unhinged and completely out of control.
Hey, he wants to like do out of context clips at me. You know what? That's 420 blaze it. Let's go. YOLO. Do it. Because you know what? There's not that many clips of me that you can take out of context. There's a few, but I got a lot that I can do for you. I'm winning this battle. So you know what?
He's literally openly saying, I'm going to like actively pursue my defamation campaign. That's crazy.
You got my approval. Let's do it. Out of context battle. You go first. Right here with this one right here, saying that my whole mission is to get Steve unbanned. Go ahead, Clancy, and I'd be happy to figure out a way forward for him to.
For those of you who don't know, these are some of Destiny's little orbiters. This man.
I'll have you know that I am not a little orbiter. I am a big, important, thick orbiter. Okay. Also,
bro, have some self-respect. God damn, you're like 50 years old, man. What are you doing? This is so sad. Oh. Yo, this entire dude, his entire community is so busted. These vibes are so bad. I don't know what to say. I'm a big orbiter, not a little one. I'll have you know. Oh my God. By the way, the brothel thing is crazy because he openly admitted that he knows. He openly admitted that he knows that they were raided for tax evasion, basically. Like he's saying, like, it's fine. They weren't raided for sex trafficking, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep lying about it. Okay. Sick, man. Have fun.
What's going on with your hair?
200K to 28K fell off. I know, it's over. My career is done. I should hang it up today. I should hang it up tomorrow. I'm done.
There, big man. Why is your hairstyle so bad? What the f***'s on your microphone also? Not good. This guy just looks weird. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I mean, I don't know what to say. I see two men on the screen. Oh, wait. You can't see. Hold on. Ooh, that's awkward. Let me just go ahead. See, I see two men on the screen here. And I happen to think that one of them is more handsome than the other. That's just me, okay? But anyways, let's continue.
We used to have conversations back.
Yeah, back when you weren't a terrorist. Yes. Or at least you were a terrorist in training, and I thought it was a joke.
In the day. Quite pleasant conversations as a man.
We talked about the blood of landlords running down the streets. The most pleasant of conversations.
Matter of fact. Yeah, dude. The shit that he used to say was infinitely more unhinged, especially back then. It's so weird that he's acting like he was legitimately offended by that. That's so funny. I think he's genuinely struggling with being featured on stream. He's not used to it. Yeah, I do feel like this is Hasananon. It's reaching like, remember the levels of mania that I've talked about before, with like Trump supporters that will go to the level of like hallucination where they talk about how Trump is hot. I don't understand why he's like trying to attack the one thing, the one thing that even Destiny's community objectively will point to be like, he only has fans because he's hot. He's like, yeah, he's ugly. All right, man. Cool. Yeah, you're right. My man's looking like the manager of a bowling alley, specifically so he can hit on 17-year-olds over here, 50 years old online talking about how he is the big orbiter of a dude whose most famous moments are him being cucked and absolutely getting destroyed by an academic who was significantly more knowledgeable than him. Like, that's the guy you've attached yourself to, that you're like, I'm a big orbiter. I'm a big boy. But his brain has just been so broken by being Destiny's orbiter and his co-host on his podcast that he has been spending an unimaginable amount of time.
They fear me. You know why? Because I'm retarded. And remember I talked early on about the triangle of danger? I am the triangle of danger, okay? This is it. I got all three, okay? They fear us. They fear the triangle, and they should. They should fear the triangle. You should run.
What are you doing? No. Bro, this is so sad. Why are you doing this to yourself, man? Oh my God. He thinks bro thinks he's an anime villain because he made like 8 cyber stalking websites to be like, we're sending mass emails to every advertiser. We're going to take down Twitch. I'm the Joker. I am the one who knocks.
You should not say Voldemort's name because he will come after you. You should just sit there.
Oh, ew, Voldemort.
And be happy that I'm focused on Dan Clancy and just let me use you as the tool that you are to get to Dan Clancy. I don't give a shit about you. Just sit there and shut up, do your terrorist propaganda, let me get my regime change underway, and if you're lucky, you'll come out of this thing without any issues, okay? That's what's going to happen if you're lucky. You keep me, and I'll show you what I'm about, okay? And what I'm about is effective action in policy and outreach and activism. Okay? Did I say activism twice? I think so. You can do a lot with a single email, okay? You can do a lot by being genuine and talking to someone on the phone. These are things that your fans are too afraid to do because they have PTSD about the idea of talking to another person, and they have to have like a therapy session about it. I don't. I will call into the brave Mujahideen soldiers, Dan Crenshaw's line. I'll break bread with Dan Crenshaw. I will talk about his lost eye, and I will talk about the man who made fun of it.
What do they think happens if Dan gets replaced, if the next person comes in and just immediately bans you? Probably. I think that's what they think. This loser only came online in his 20s to sell CSGO hacks, became the owner of Tiny Chat, and got caught messaging minors. Plays not like us. I don't know anything about this dude. I don't know enough about his background. I just know that he's an edgy boy, just like Destiny. These people who are, are well into their adulthood, age-wise, with children. I don't know if he has kids or not, or a wife, but these are guys who have not let go of the halcyon days of 4chan poll. They're literally just, I don't even want to talk about it any further. It's just sad. We need to get these guys some jobs or something else to worry about. Doesn't this guy seem scary enough to actually do harm? He's stalking, defaming, and actively threatening you. What's stopping you from taking legal actions? Nothing, really. He's just a loser. It doesn't do anything. Like, they're making that video speaks for itself, I think. Unless your brain is like genuinely fried from doing too much Reddit, you probably look at a guy like that and go, okay, there's something wrong with this person. Like, he is far too invested in this. Comparing what Pirate Software said to
systemic
Auschwitz.
To the executive leadership team. And then he blocked me. And he said that like I was name calling him or something. So actually I should be fair and read his.
This guy's on Kick, dude. It's so funny that he's on the neo-Nazi pedophile platform talking about how anti-Semitic Twitch is, dude. Asmon is blaming you now. He can suck dick if he actually is blaming me. I'm assuming that half the chat is just clipping shit that he's saying out of context. But It's kind of weird because yesterday he took credit for it, and now he's like, actually, I've decided Hasan is. They don't care about being hypocrites; they care about winning. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
His response.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see. Here it is.
This one. What is this?
Trying to put that kind of hateful statement in a quote while referring to me is outrageous. I've blocked you as a result of this and nothing else. It's clear that you're not familiar with my content, considering this thread that you've made towards me either. Twitch needs to make action, and finally Twitch needs to take action, and finally is, even if it is small. I'm glad they are at least doing something, and I can never agree with the inflammatory stances you've taken here. You know what this guy, in my mind, what I've heard is like, the neighbors have complained about the killing of Jews and the smell, and the Nazi factory has put a filter on the stacks, and he's like, listen,
what the Bro, they're trying to make this a beef between you and Asmon. Don't fall for it. You can always just reach out to him directly. His dad was in the chat the other day saying he doesn't want you banned. Yeah. I don't know why Asmon thinks that this is like if he thinks that this is like a solid approach, like he's wrong. And I've correctly called out that he would not appreciate the waters that he was the treacherous waters that he was engaging in. And it seemed like there was a turning point when he apologized for the inferior cultures deserve to be genocided take. There's already news articles stating he already claimed being the reason for the adpocalypse. What is this? This is the last clip we're gonna see from this loser.
Okay, Hasan is appearing on Cutie Cinderella's popularity contest. Hold on, how do I get to that? Where? Link me this.
I had a friend who was a Destiny fan. It was a nightmare how much he talked about hating Hasan. Yeah, I mean, that's like most of his content. So it's weird. Like, it's weird that his audience is also that vested in it. Asmon was watching AOC holding a hearing with the Trump admin official.
I mean, if Cutie Cinderella wants to host Hasan, that's on her. Oh, I don't give a Cutie and her friends are all friendly with Hasan. That's their right to do. And as I mean, listen, I'm happy to add them all of their. If they want to support like anti-Jewish.
I'm gonna add you into the list. What are you doing, bro? Do you hear yourself? Like, brother, you gotta take a breather. You gotta step outside a little bit. Holy. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, wow, if you're hanging out with Hasan, well, it seems like you are about to be on the list. Please, man, you're again pushing 50. What the? Oh my Lord. Yeah, you know how I always speak about how I wish a lot of people that operate like this online well, like I want them to get better. I want them to not be disinvested in this operation. And I feel like they'll be happier overall. I don't think we can save this man.
I am happy to add that to all the that I'm doing with Congress. I don't give a shit. Hasan creates terrorists, okay? That's a fact. He creates terrorists. He creates people that hate Jews for no other reason. And if you're going to support him, I am more than happy to have your faces right next to his with whatever else. You know what's going on, okay? Ignorance is not a explanation for it moving forward. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't. The terrorist vibes might not be as poggers as they were in the past. That's all I'm going to say.
Isn't that just open defamation? Dude, we live in the United States of America, okay? Wait, didn't he say you weren't his target like 2 clips ago? Yeah, of course he doesn't care about anything that he's saying, okay? He's out of mind. Yeah, why does this clown and D sound identical? Their brains are melted. That's why. What is this? Let's see.
Hasan clearly is like one of the biggest proponents of this. I would say he is the biggest proponent to a lot of the contention around the, quote, adpocalypse.
Yeah. No.
He's the main reason why this is like 90% of the examples that are being used.
Yeah. Is me being anti-Semitic and being pro-terrorism. Thank you, Asmon.
Are him. Like, or maybe not 90, it might be 80, 70%. But it's like the majority of all examples on the entire platform are all Hasan. So, yeah, very clear.
That didn't ring any alarm bells for you at all? Like, not even a little bit? Like, you think this is a? Do you think this is a genuine? Do you think this is a genuine operation? Like, do you think I'm genuinely anti-Semitic person? 700 upvotes, 300 comments, top of LS7 50 minutes. Of course, dude. Is the method is always the same. It's just funny because like half of the people that are doing this are legitimately anti-Semitic.
Very clearly, this is the reason why it's happening. Now, you can say that it's unfair, but that's fine. That's okay. But you can't say it's not happening, or that's not the reason.
Talk to Asmon again. He's getting brain broken. I don't think I can change his mind.
It's unfair, but that's fine. That's okay. Of course, I think he probably knows what's going on. I mean, of course he does. And totally right. Blocking Israel and happening. Now, you can say that it's unfair, but that's fine. That's okay. But you can't say it's not happening, or that's not the reason. So blocking Israel and ADL memes? Oh, no, that's definitely bad. But I'm talking about people's actions on the website. Of course, there are other things like them blocking Israel and things like that, too. You're totally right. So, and Hassan probably has no clue what's going on. I think he probably knows what's going on. I mean, of course he does. And so people see Hassan can get away with it and they start doing it too. Maybe, right? He changed the video after the miskiff part. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to start drama, but I think it is pretty. Knows. And this is the problem, is that like I ran into the same problem that Ludwig is running into right now. And so like this is what I did about it, because I covered drama with people that I was friends with, and then the way that I covered it didn't align with like what the public sentiment was. And because it didn't align with what the public sentiment was, people thought that I was being biased. So I don't think that we should spend a lot of time talking about whether Ludwig is lying or not, because it doesn't matter and none of us really know that. But what we can say is that very clearly a lot of people believe that he is. And this is a problem that I've run into many times.
It's sad that you can speak about how any viewer can come in and see you're not this and that, but then other content creators can't just give you the same respect and just make up stuff or watch out of context stuff you say. Well, it must be true. Make it make sense. Stop the delusion. You have never changed his mind and never could. He's bad faith, man. I don't think I can change his mind is what I'm saying. I don't think I can change his mind. Streaming looks like such a bad environment. Drama destroys friendships and community. Is really making me sad for real. I don't know why they keep saying they block users in Israel. I literally made another account on the 9th of June. I think that there was one method that was new Israeli viewers from creating a new account. But it was also Palestinian viewers as well using the same ISPs. No, don't talk to him again. Not to tell you how to partake in your relationships with other streamers, but if I were you, I would never give this face the time of the day. Respectful combos. Seriously, I'm so sad that it's happening to you, mate. Regardless of how you feel about it, how you feel about it yourself. I don't think it's as big as a deal as like we are making it in our little echo chamber. Is what I'm saying. I don't think that we're email account formation was blocked. Phone number still worked, but they always conveniently leave out Palestine was blocked too. Yeah, because the entire thing is cynical. It's a cynical way to build up a narrative. And it hasn't actually worked. Like, it hasn't really worked that much, which is why they're pissed off and they try to like tack on new shit. And they're just going to keep trying to pile it over and over again. And not only are they making stuff, not only are they, clipping shit out of context, they're just straight up lying now. You know what I mean? I showed you the examples of like the anti-Semitic meme that Dan Saltman posted saying that like Twitch is doing anti-Semitism. They put Nazi music over a clip of me and Nick to make it seem like I was playing Nazi music. It's there is no end to the depravity, is what I mean. Like, they don't care. They doctor chats. Like, they don't give a shit. But like, you have to understand, these guys are doing the same that like people used to do during the Gamergate era, It's not entirely about like Israel either. I think that a lot of the people that are doing this saw that there is at least enough like there are enough like people with institutional legitimacy that are on the pro-Israel side that will take any opportunity to silence criticisms of Israel. So they've attached themselves to this meta. They've attached themselves to like the ADL because they know that like the ADL will come after will come after any organization that is critical of Israel. And, you know, they do have some level of motion. They're not as well respected as they used to be. Going after the Z word is such a straw man for talking about why an actual genocide is occurring or allowed to occur. Yeah. Positive anecdote about how to help someone examine their anti-Semitic. Hasanabi checked my anti-Semitism. Help me check my anti-Semitism. I'm a brown dude that grew up in a religiously Muslim conservative household and country. It's common to hear sentiment Jews control the media. Jewish people are secretly in charge of the global financial order amongst people here. It's also easy to go along with and pair the talking points of people around you, and it's difficult to completely uproot an idea from your head that you've been brainwashed into believing because you've heard it repeated over and over from the moment you were born. I spent a good chunk of my life thinking this generalization was true to some extent. However, my understanding of the issue completely changed after hearing Hasan speak on the issue multiple times. Hasan helped me identify that Jewish people, much like Muslims, are not a monolith. They're a diverse group of people living all across the world with completely different worldviews and upbringing from one another. The only common denominator is their religion, and even that is a questionable denominator at best, since people are religious to varying degrees. Hasan helped me broaden my understanding of anti-Semitism, where it comes from, and how it's been historically used as a tool to dehumanize Jewish people in order to commit atrocities against them. I now see Hasan cynically being labeled as an anti-Semite, and it's hilarious to me. It's hilarious because Hasan actually helped me empathize with and better understand Jewish people, much like he did with the trans community. A story for another time. If I watched and I listened to the people that labeled him an anti-Semite, I would have never even have been able to examine my own anti-Semitism because these people never educate their audience on the issue. They don't want to talk about identifying it or how to combat it. They just use anti-Semitism as a debating point or when they're cornered in a discussion. It's reminds of organized debates in schools where I'd have to argue for or against a position that I have no personal investment in or did not agree with because I have to win the debate, you know? Anyway, I'm thankful that someone like Hasan exists, someone that can combat and teach you about anti-Semitism while simultaneously combating Islamophobia and advocating for the Palestinian cause. More power to him and all the Hasanabi heads. Is that your alt? Yeah, brother, it's my alt. I logged into my alt, Wade Bear's esophagus, to write this. That's my job. My job, my primary goal, okay? My primary goal is if you have anti-Semitic tendencies, I'm here to eradicate that. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you question your social conditioning, how you arrived at that point and why it's wrong. If you have transphobic tendencies, my job is to explain to you why this is wrong. Okay? And I think I've been quite successful in doing so. And that's why I have this wonderful community that has grown over time.